Beyond Opinions is the glory of God. Guys, I was just driving today, just going about doing my job and visiting my clients and so on, and I was listening to Rush Limbaugh, and he mentioned that the Pew Research Center did a poll and discovered that 77% of Democrats with a bachelor's degree or more, you guys ready for this? They say that birth does not determine our sex. 77% of Democrats with a bachelor's degree or higher do not believe that when that baby come out of the mother's womb, that baby is going to have one thing or the other. And you and I, we don't have to be that smart to know which one of those things is. And that actually, you can do a sonogram before the baby even come out of the womb of the mother, and you be able to say, okay, that's a boy. Oh, that's a girl. But no. 77% of these Democrats, this poll was conducted in August to September, I believe it was, of this year. They interviewed 4,573 graduates of at least a bachelor's degree. The key phrase was sex assigned at birth. Sex assigned at birth. In other words, and this is the transgenders making the point here, that sex is not fair for parents and doctors to assign whatever sex that child is going to have. Never mind that we're looking at it, we see a tingling. Okay, that tingling, that means that there is a boy. No, by me as a parent or by a doctor saying that's a boy, no. We are not just pointing out what is obvious. We are not pointing out a reality. He has a tingling. No. We are assigning that particular sex. And the transgender community said that that is unfair, because obviously that baby is not able to speak. That baby is not able to, I got to take this hat off because I'm getting hot in here. That baby is not able to determine what sex he wants to be. Okay? We got to wait until he grows a little more so he determine if he wants to be little Bobby, little Maria, if he wants to be black, even though his skin is white, or if he wants to be white, even though his skin is black. It doesn't matter. You can be literally whatever you want to be. Reality doesn't matter at all. Now, this is very important that we go back to Isaiah chapter 5. Isaiah chapter 5. And this is an encouragement for the church. An encouragement for men and women of God, because right now the truth of God is becoming more and more irrelevant for this progressive society. We are called intolerant. This is a something that is old-fashioned, something that is just old, not cool, believing in the obvious truth is not cool. It's old-fashioned. The society is encouraging us to be more progressive. Even the word they use, progressive. There's no progress. There's nothing progressive about stupidity. About the reality that that baby is a boy. That baby is a girl. It is obvious. You don't have to have a bachelor's degree. You don't have to have a master's or a doctorate degree. It is what it is. But not in the progressive community. See, all this is setting the stage for the actual last days. All this miscommunication, all this confusion. But let's go back to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 5, verses 20 and 21 say, "Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe to those who are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight." See, that's why this program, God put it in my heart, is called Beyond Opinions. Beyond opinions. Beyond whose opinion? Yours and mine. Because our opinions, guys, is worth nothing. And when we look at what is happening in society today, it's so crazy. But these folks are wise in their own opinions, in their own eyes. And this warning is not for the world. See, the world is already lost. They can't see the reality of the gospel. This warning is for you and me, God's people. And we don't have to be mean. We don't have to be rude. We still have a mandate to love even our enemies. But we also have to remember that according to 1 Corinthians 13, love delights in truth. And this is what Isaiah is saying here. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. In other words, guys, woe to those who do not speak the truth. 77% of educated Democrats with bachelors or even higher believe the gender is a choice. But that baby don't have that choice. The doctor and the parents assign that gender to that baby. And that is unfair. This is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with, guys. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But we as Christians, we need to call these things like it is. No matter how much they mock us, how much fun they make of us, how much they try to just discredit us, because they're going to do all that. We are going to be the ones called what is evil, evil. What is good, good. What is light, we call it light. What is darkness, we call it darkness. What is sweet, we call it sweet. And what is bitter, we call it bitter. Because we're here to please the Father. Our job is to do it with as much love as possible. Now, in today's society, when you speak God's truth, automatically you hate Him and automatically you judge Him. Am I right? You speak God's truth and you automatically hating and judging. Well, the truth is, we are not hating And the truth is, we're not judging. God is the one that judges the situation. See, if you're driving down in a 55 mile per hour, okay, and you're driving 80 mile per hour, and I'm a passenger with you, you know, I will tell you, hey, it's a 55 mile per hour zone. You go in 80. At that time, you might say, stop judging me. Am I judging the guy? No, I'm stating a fact. The fact is, he's going 80, and the law said that these are 55 mile per hour zone. I'm not judging. I'm just stating fact. I'm just stating the law. And the reason I'm trying to state the fact, number one, is because I don't want that person to get a ticket. So I'm actually trying to help that person. Number two, hey, I don't want to get into an accident, be hurt, myself, and that person get hurt somebody else, or even get killed, or even get somebody else killed. So when I speak, hey, you know, you going 80 and a 55, I'm trying to avoid going through all these possibilities, none of them good. And that has nothing to do with judgment. So the same thing with God. You know, when God calls something evil, guess what? It is evil. But you can say whatever you want to say. That's what God said. God said, thou shalt not steal. I see you stealing. Hey, should not be doing that. Oh, stop judging me. I say, I'm not judging you. First of all, it's in the Bible. Thou shalt not steal. It's one of the commandments. Second of all, you go to jail for stealing. In this world, you still go to jail for stealing. In this world, as progressive and as liberal as this world is, nobody likes to be robbed, to get robbed. Nobody likes that. So we're dealing with the truth. And we are to be people of truth and tell the truth. But this right here, guys, this unbelievable discovery, it just blew my mind. It just absolutely blew my mind. Guys, be praying. Be praying. Now, listen, the world is going to get worse and worse and worse. We're going to see a lot of crazy, weird things. The other day, I spoke in one of my programs. I spoke about Republicans, you know, they're too happy celebrating about Donna Brazile book that is coming out. I don't know if it's out already. Because, you know, she is going to expose Hillary Clinton. Finally, Hillary Clinton is coming down. Finally, the Clinton dynasty is going down. And then, you know, some of the Republicans are real happy about that. And I said, don't get too happy. Because what is coming after that is socialism. All those Bernie Sanders supporters, they are so upset. And guess what? I have to find this right here because I don't want you guys to think that I'm making stuff up. But I just look at this thing right here and it just blew my mind about the millennials. The millennial generation are the ones that were born between the 80s and 90s. Those are the ones recognized as the millennials. These are young kids today. And one of the things that I saw is that the great majority of millennials, here it is. This is another poll that was conducted, and it says that the majority of millennials support socialism and communism. This is here, guys, in the United States. The majority of this millennial generation, these are folks that were born between the 80s and 90s, and this was conducted by the Washington Times. Conducted by the Washington Times on November 4th. It said that 58% of these guys are actually supporting socialism. Have you ever imagined something like that? And that's what I say. He said here, the majority of millennials would prefer to live in a socialist, communist, or fascist nation rather than a capitalized one, according to a new poll. This was written by Bradford Richardson from the Washington Times. Unbelievable, guys. So you're gonna want for Hillary Clinton to come back. You're gonna realize, as bad as things may be, all the cases with Hillary Clinton and all the drama with the Clintons and all the stuff that goes on with the Clinton. Let me tell you something. We're gonna look back and say, man, I wish we have the Clinton now, because what is coming is that tsunami of socialism and communism. Again, there is not one society in the world, not one, that have a successful society, a successful economy under socialism. But all of these millennials right here, not all of them, but the majority of them, they believe that's the way to go. The good seems to be bad, and the bad seems to be good. Stay focused, stay prayed up, stay close to the Holy Spirit, stay in communion with God. Don't be discouraged. At the end of the day, the church, the born again believers, we're going to overcome all this.